Yo guys, this is Polar's Top 5 here. Today we are doing some Fortnite tips in the wonderful Season 6. And here we have Magic Club. As you can see, we do not have a single weapon. And a tip here is, say, we're going to switch teams. And say, if you start gliding down and you want to get a quick, easy first kill, down at this, what you do, you don't have to come around here, but I just do it because it takes up. No, Magic Club, go back to the other team. Because I can kill you. So pretty much say you come down and the other person is here. You know, you guys say, oh, let them open up the chest, and then yeah, you get the gun. But also, come down. You here?
Yeah, come
okay.
On. It's taking a while.
I'm horrible. But also, what you
once
can,
I fly in, then
what you can do. Okay, there we go. I just tipped you. What you can do. I have this setting on. It's in my custom. What I do is I just press square. But say, oh, you open up the chest. I'm gonna look to the right because every time that's where the gun comes out. Even with this chest, you open it. The gun comes out to the right, and that means you can do it easy first kill. So our third tip for the video is going to be, you go into settings and you go to the little gaming console. See there's old school, quick builder, combat pro and builder pro. If you go to custom and you set your L3 to jump, your straight one to sprint / auto sprint, your X to edit, your circle to switch mode, and keep the rest. This is actually going to grant you a lot better like in the game. So say if you're here and you've got your walls, you can quickly go and quickly edit a lot faster. So say if you're there, Magic Club, and no, you don't build. You stay back down. Get down. And show that ramp. Yep, show the ramp. So say you're there and I'm here behind the wall, I can quickly go and get a free kill. And when Magic Club comes back down, you're learning, aren't you? You're learning. This is what I do in like all our matches until I get like heaps of kills. Another tip is, since I told you to add L3 as jump, say Magic Club, you're on the ground. No, go to the ground and say I've got the high ground. I can quickly go find you. Use the edit tactic and see. You can jump and look at the same time. So if you wanted to get a sick no scope or a nice one pump in the head, this will really help you. Even with just overall aim, and like if you watch like streamers that are on PC, you can tell they move back and forward and then they keep on running and they still maintain their speed. This is how you do it. Our sixth tip, even though our channel is 5, we're doing a bit more because there's a lot of tips. So this one is actually a really good way to build. So you can see how Magic Club's building. He's building that. What I'm building is a bit more like harder to build, but it's way more worth it. You need to have that. And with your floor, you edit it like that. So floor is edited with the top left one done. Pyramids are edited to be a ramp, which if you do not know, here, these are the edits. Those two lifted. That one gone. Door to the left. And what you want to do is you want to go to your settings. I'm going to turn that off now. You need to put on. I need to find it. Auto open doors. So pretty much what auto open doors is when you go to build, when you run on a door or any type of door, it'll open. Damn, it's a little laggy. Okay. This is very hard. Like it'd be hard for someone new to do, but since I know how to do it, I will easily be able to do this. So pretty much what you do is you've got your L1, R1, L2, R2, and what you do is you place that, and then you just pretty much just spam them down. I need to spam them. You spam them, as you can hear. Very satisfying in the mic. And what you do is you just keep on doing this. You might muck it up a little like me, but that is all okay because it's a slow way to get up, but so worth it. So now if we come through all the doors we've built, and come down, all the way down, this is what we have built. As you can see, to get through, if you are over here, say you are over here, to get through, you'd have to shoot that. Then the net, you have to shoot through 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, just to knock all that down. So if you want to stay up for a long time, especially if Close Encounters comes back, then I would suggest doing this, even though it does waste a lot of materials. It's pretty good. So use this tip for our seventh tip. I'm not sure. We've been doing it a lot. Okay, so this is actually going to be how to maintain high ground against your opponent. This is not what would happen. You regularly just run at each other. But ready? Go.
Yep.
So pretty much what you can do is you can run up at them. As you can see, I can maintain of my high ground against my enemy by straight building. As you can see, my opponent is building up, which means I could run out. Even though I have no ammo, I'm still able to maintain the high ground against my opponent. Okay, right now my opponent is getting the high ground, but
I ran out of mats.
I ran out of ammo. Yeah, so pretty much the easiest way to maintain high ground is always twist around and make sure your opponent does not know where you're gonna go next. So it doesn't always just have to be like that. You can twist around this way, go back, just do any turn you can do.
Alright.
I'm still going.
Next tip.
So, I'm at max height. Okay, let's go. Oh my god, this is high.
Now.
So our 8th tip is actually a really good peak. And what you do is you have to come here. Edit. Wow. You have to edit your wall like this. So the edit is those 3 out, and then you want to come back to your stairs, and you want to edit it forward, to the left, and back, leaving this one out, and then confirm that. Oh wait, actually no, this was the wrong edit. It's these 3 out, and since you can't get sniped here, this is actually a really good peak because it's just really good. And that's it for editing. I'm gonna start shooting. So pretty much I could easily get a quick snipe through this little gap. And another little way you could get this is also if you edit that, and you can find a little gap like here. You cannot shoot through. Okay, that one has been patched. battle.